So guys, I think it's time I pull these onions. We've forecast quite a bit of rain next few days, so I don't want them sort of sitting here and laying in the wet, so I'll pull them out. A couple of other things to show you as well, a little bit of progress on my chicken run, and need a tool, make a tool. So we'll start here. This is how I'm doing this with a wire. This is a tensioner, yeah. I thought I might need 2 per level, but I don't, I only need 1. That runs all the way around, and then I tensioned it up on this. But I also wanted the clips to clip these pieces of wire together, yeah, onto this. Box of 500 of them clips, 17 francs, $17. So I made some pliers, 35 francs or $35. So I made some. They work, probably not quite as efficient, as fast as the ones that I would have bought, but how many times I'm ever going to need them? So I'll show you what I did with them. So basically all I did were get myself a piece of the actual wire. It's not the I-tensile, it's mild steel wire. Put it through this little hole on there, wound it up into rings, and then cut down it with angle grinder. I made 2 sizes. That's what they look like. Not as a ring, yeah. And you have to spread them a little bit sideways so you can get them onto wire correctly. And then I had a little old pair of pliers, and I annealed them. Basically heated it up and let it cool down, because obviously this is hardened steel, and drilled a 10mm hole in. It was a little bit close. They might break before I finish the job, but I can do it without them. It just makes it easier if I can grab the thing like that, pull my wires into it, and then squeeze it in and curl it over. Like so. But that is super. And again, like I said, it saved me about $50. And how many times am I going to need them? And if I ever need, I can make as many as I want of these, you know. But I thought that would be worth showing. If it's something as small, little job what you need to do, pair of old crappy pliers and some wire, you can make everything you need. So let's get this done. My plan is to get these out and replanted, as weather's going to be quite damp and cooler now. The next couple of days it'll be good to get these planted out if I can. I've dropped ball again with planting. I'm well behind. I should have had loads of more plants started, but I did try. But I've got some plans for these, you'll see. Well, while he's harvesting them, let's have a little chat about these onions. Here's a stir on onions. I always start from sets. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with starting from seed. I would like to start from seed, but I have a problem with a thing called a mole cricket. Now, if I plant small young onions, pencil size, in, they get eaten by the mole crickets, or they have done in the past. Now, I might try some next year as seed, but I'd like to plant them later on. That was just something due to what Adam at Allotment Grow House said. Now, I thought that were a good idea. Try and get a second planting, because I'd like to be self-sufficient in onions. But again, like I say, I have no problem with growing from sets. These are all from sets. I didn't have one good seed. I know I've seen people put videos up that they're not worth growing. I'm not talking about you, William, I'm talking about M.I. Gardner. He said never buy onion sets because they're all rubbish, blah blah blah. I think it's your suppliers. If I was buying them and they're all going to seed every year, I'd want to know why. Mine never do. I had one last year and it was a split onion, and not one this year. So I'm really pleased with sets. But like, I'm not knocking seeds. I prefer to grow everything from seed if I can. And next year I'll try and do a second crop of onions. Well, that's that weeded. There were a lot of weeds in there this year, but just simply due to the fact I usually cap everything before I plant it. It's always capped with It's cheap, shop bought compost, cheapest dirt you can get, and that suppresses weeds and such. Whereas this only had my compost on it. There's a lot of mycelium in this bed though, which is good. But there's a pile of grass in there. Let's go and have a look, see what we got for onions there. So that's my onion harvest this year. Quite pleased, there's some nice sized onions in there. I got them just at the right time. I'm glad I didn't leave them. Some of these necks are a little bit soggy. There's no white rot what I've seen, so that's all good. But they're grown from sets. I have no problem with them going to seed. I know some people do. I suppose it could be climate or your suppliers, but I just buy first onions I can find on market here, so I can get them in early and start them in trays. I start them in trays, put them in ground and harvest them, and that's what I've got this year. I'm really pleased with them, to be honest. They're some of the best onions I've grown in the last few years. But yeah, I just got them in time. I'm going to leave them out there to cure a bit. Alright then, that's a row of peas in. This is the short variety. It's the last pack I had. We were going to plant them somewhere else, but I thought, well, I'll try them in here. I know it's a bit warm for them. It might work, it might not. But I won't grow them next year, so I'll try them in this bed. Obviously, if it cools down, then you can plant them later on. They like the cooler weather, but we'll see how we go with them. Right then, from there to there, they're a bush bean F1 called Primal. Now them seeds are 3 years old. I got some this year, but they're not very good anymore. So I've just planted the rest of the packet. They are thick, they don't mind company, so that's fine by me. Whatever comes, comes. And on the other side, I've got the rest of my safe seed from the Pongo beans from Bill and Val. Excellent tasting bean. I'll be doing them mostly. We'll still have a reserve bush bean, just for any reason we have problems. I did find the black flies really like the Pongos as well. So that's me, a row of beans and a row of peas. And I've got some other stuff now just to fill that area. That little area there's a carrot called Tip Top. Let's see how they go. Don't know whether they'll overwinter, don't know what'll happen. We'll see. I've got no mulch to mulch this. I could cut the grass, but if I mulch it now, then I'll have a problem. So what I'll try and do is I'll store the hay, store the grass if I cut the grass, and spread it out and dry it, and then use it as a mulch after. But yeah, Tip Top. That's the carrot, that's the carrot. Don't know what'll happen. So it's just started raining. Here I've just planted some French breakfast radish. Basically 3x4 drills, 12 drills, 4 or 5 seeds in each drill. Multi-sown, that's always good. I'm going to plant some multi-sown beets here. I ain't got the seeds here, I'll have to go and get them. And here, I'm just going to spread some of my lettuce salad mix. Now what I'll end up doing is pricking these out later on for the greenhouse. And these, I just go. Like that. They're all safe seeds. So that's that. Quite a little change of plan. I had these fennels, so I put a pair in which were growing together fine. Yeah, and a single there, and there's 5 multi-sown beets there. Salad, radish, carrots, 2 types of beans, and the peas. And we'll see what we get out of that. It's a little bit late for some of this stuff, but we'll have to see what we do and how it goes. It is raining now, but if I'll give them a watering down if we don't get a good downpour. And there you go. 2020 onion harvest. Something went right. Thumbs up or a thumbs down. Don't forget, leave a comment, and it's always nice to be nice.